How do you deal with conflicts, especially in your relationships? How the communication expert deals with conflict? Such a good question. You see, for me, I used to react a lot when it comes to triggers, conflicts, heated discussions, upset, anger, frustration in a relationship. I used to deal, to be honest, not nice. I used to react a lot. I used to offend and trigger the person beside me. I used to not think of the other person much because I was so triggered and so hurt that all I could think of was poor me. But now, with everything I have learned, with all the knowledge and experience I have learned, I realize a couple of things I want to share with you. One, and the most important, when you feel like you're about to go into a heated discussion or a conflict or whatever that is, before anything else, stop. Take some steps backwards physically, like literally go backwards a step or two so you can move from that picture. Or you go in a building staircase like me, and you take a moment to breathe. You literally need to put distance between you and the other person, because most of the times when we are triggered, what we tend to do is to react, which just means we repeat an action that we did it over and over again. No? So I have learned that I try that. I react, I blow up, I yell, I blamed, I finger point, and what did I get? Nowhere. So now I'm learning to try different things for me and for the other person. So one thing I can share with you, a couple of things I can share with you is, like I said, number one is literally step back. Take yourself out of that environment. You know what's gonna happen because you did it over and over again. So this time I became more aware. At least I gained some awareness. So in the moment when I felt so triggered, I stopped. And I breathe. And I breathe and I breathe and I breathe. And if I have to count to 100, 101, 102, 103, whatever that is, breathing, counting my breathings, literally create space. Because in the moment of the heat discussion of something, if I'm not allowing myself to have some distance and some break, then I basically I'm running the show through my old patterns, and I know how those patterns already, the results of those, because I've been doing that for way too long. So now I'm taking that break, and then I sit with it and I breathe with it. I'm not ignoring my feelings, but I'm sitting with them, beside them, not in them. And when I sit with them, I hold space for those emotions or those triggers, and I keep asking questions. I ask myself, what actually is this about? Why? Why this is triggering me? What is behind this? For me, and I think for most of us, usually it's all patterns. This triggers that things that we already know. The subconscious part of us already been triggered many times, and basically now it's just a repetition. That's why it's familiar to us. That's why we can react so fast, because we don't have to think. It comes from subconscious parts of us that they already know what to do. And then after that, after I sit with it, sometimes I need a day, sometimes I need a couple of minutes, sometimes I need hours, whatever that is. And when I sit with those parts and realizing why I was reacting, and to realize that basically the other person was mirroring back to me to show me that something in me is still there that bothers me. But that doesn't mean I'm not there to express myself. But the trick is, when you go back and speak with the other person that triggered you, instead of having a conflict, which is each one of you with your own opinion, and you don't care about the other person's opinion, and it's just yours and that's it, and you're there just to blame. Instead of doing that, I learned to speak about me. I use the word I felt this. When this happened, this is how I saw it, this is what I heard, this is what I interpret, this is what was resonated with me, this what sound to me. All these things when it comes to you from your point of view. The second thing will be to use facts. What I mean by that is giving the facts. When yesterday the situation happened, this was the things that happened. Like, as example, you're supposed to come at this hour. I'm just giving you a random example. The person supposed to come at this hour and they came 3 hours later, or they didn't call when they said they did. The only thing you can say and do is like, yesterday when this situation happened, I felt this and this and this, and this what happened, you didn't call, or I expected the phone and the phone never ringed. So now you're basically saying facts, the things that actually happen, not the things that you think, or you hoped, or you imagined. And nobody can argue with facts. And the third and the most important thing is to remind yourself, the same I'm reminding myself, that beside taking this situation apart and put it out on the side, to remind myself that I love the person, and that's why I'm still here. Because if I didn't care, and if I didn't want to argue about certain things, I didn't care, so then why would I be here, wasting my energy and time with trying to resolve something, no? So it doesn't matter how difficult is the situation, the conversation, to remind ourselves that on the other side is the person that we choose to be with. And these little things, or big things, sooner or later they will not gonna matter. Most of them they don't. Very little they actually matter. But most of them they don't matter. And again, breathe. Breathe. With a bit of time, a bit of reflection, awareness, and moments apart, you'll be able to go back to have a conversation from a different energy. And I share this with you as I'm going through it, and maybe it's gonna help you as well too. So thank you so much for watching. Share this video with someone that needs to hear this today. Thank you for your support. Thank you. If you're part of my channel, I welcome you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Until then, you know the deal. Live your life like it's truly